Welcome and thank you for tuning in. Liverpool Football Club was left disappointed and frustrated at Anfield today as the Reds took on Manchester City and the match ended in a 2-2 draw. Now, Mo Salah's first goal was simply incredible. A goal of the season contender. The way he picked up the ball with such little room to navigate, well outside of the penalty box, slaloming through the Manchester City defense, putting them on skates, and then such a wonderful finish into a tight window to score. It's a goal that we're going to watch over and over and over again, and rightfully so. Just a thing of beauty. That was the second goal. And look, Salah's performance, both dribbling and the final pass to Sadio Mane on the opening goal was incredible as well. So Mo Salah, for me, was far and away the man of the match. One of his best performances in a Liverpool shirt, and that's really saying something for a player who has scored over 100 goals. He's just had a remarkable career for Liverpool. Mane's finish was great because it was one touch. He, of course, had a tight window to finish past Manchester City's Ederson as well. So, well done to Sadio Mane. Look, he needs every goal he can get to boost his confidence. And look, Diogo Jota was a little bit poor today. I was hoping that after bagging a brace against Porto, that Roberto Firmino would get the start today. Jurgen Klopp decided it was not to be. But I think Firmino, he's earned a place to get back into the starting lineup, especially if Jota continues his poor run of form. So in midfield, Curtis Jones and Jordan Henderson, they really struggled to press at times. There were times where the entire Liverpool team looked too passive, especially in the first half. The Reds looked really good in the opening 15 minutes, and then for the remaining half hour, they looked horrendous. Honestly, looking back on that match, I'm really surprised that Manchester City did not score in the first half. They thoroughly outplayed Liverpool, and the Reds were lucky to go into halftime 0-0. The second half of the match was one of the best halves of football in terms of overall quality of play that any football fan will watch all season, whether it's Liverpool, Man City, neutral. That was a treat to watch. Liverpool has no issues scoring goals at the moment. The attack is champagne football, but the defense at this point, it's looking more like Natty Light. I mean, the defense is just conceding way too often. Joel Matip is really not getting it done. Virgil van Dijk, of course, can play better. But hey, with plenty of competition for Joel Matip now, maybe it's time we give Ibu Konate or Joe Gomez a start for Liverpool. Matip's place is not nailed down. There's plenty of center-back competition. And frankly, Liverpool needs to concede much less often to contend for the trophies that the Reds are capable of contending for. But all in all, a little bit disappointing from Liverpool in the first half, to put it mildly. The second half, look, it was much better from both the Reds, but Manchester City kept up their standard of play. Phil Foden is a baby. He is a petulant child. Of course, I'm going to sound bitter for saying that because he scored, but I would say that regardless of how well he played, that dude needs a pacifier in his mouth at all times, something to help him stop crying all the time. Same thing for Gabriel Jesus. Absolute crybabies. Kevin De Bruyne, he scored off a deflection. I'm not even sure if he got credit for that goal, but De Bruyne remains one of the best midfielders in the world. Bernardo Silva had a lovely stretch of play dribbling past several Liverpool defenders in the first half, but frankly, when the going gets tough, Bernardo Silva disappears. That's why Manchester City will never win the Champions League. And regardless of today's outcome, let us not forget that Liverpool is a massive club and Manchester City is a tiny club. And once, that club is sold, Manchester City will go right back where they belong, to the championship. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you've watched for this long, you might as well subscribe to my channel.